మీరు వింటున్నారు ప్రవాసాంధ్రుల గుండె చప్పుడు తెలుగు ఎన్ఆర్ఐ రేడియో. నేను మీ ఆర్జే సిరి, మీ నాన్ స్టాప్ హంగామాలో. ఇవాళ ఈ నాన్ స్టాప్ హంగామాకి ఒక ఇద్దరు మంచి స్పెషల్ పర్సన్స్ వచ్చారండి. ఎందుకు స్పెషల్ పర్సన్స్ అంటానంటే వాళ్ళు టీనేజర్స్ అంటే జనరల్ గా ఎలా ఉంటారు, అల్లరి చేస్తూ ఉంటారు, లేదా కొత్త కొత్త గ్యాడ్జెట్స్ ఏమొచ్చాయి మార్కెట్ లో అని దాని మీద రీసెర్చ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. PS4 PS5 అంటూ గేమ్స్ లో బిజీగా ఉంటారు. అండ్ కొత్త వస్తువులు, కొత్త టెక్నాలజీ దగ్గర నుంచి కొత్త బ్రాండింగ్ వరకు మొత్తం మార్కెట్ లో ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి దాని మీద ఆటలు పాటలు, ఫ్రెండ్స్, సినిమాలు, షికార్లు, ఇలాంటివన్నీ టీనేజర్స్ చేసే పనులు అని మనం చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి వింటూ ఉన్నాం. కానీ దానికి భిన్నంగా అవి చేస్తూ కూడా తన టీనేజ్ లో ఒక మంచి పనితో టీనేజ్ లో అడుగుపెట్టి మొదలుపెట్టి ఒక ఆర్గనైజేషన్ కి యూత్ అంబాసిడర్ గా స్టార్ట్ చేసి మంచి ప్రెసిడెన్షియల్ అవార్డ్స్ తీసుకొని టీనేజ్ లో కూడా ఇలాంటి ఆలోచనలు ఉంటాయా, అరే టీనేజ్ పిల్లలు ఇంత మెచ్యూర్డ్ గా ఇంత చక్కగా ఆలోచిస్తారా అని ఆ పేరెంట్స్ కి ప్రౌడ్ గా నిలిచారు ఈ ఇద్దరు పిల్లలు. అయితే ఇద్దరు పిల్లలు ఎవరు, ఏమిటి, అసలు మనం ఏ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ గురించి మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నాం, వీరు ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చారు, ఎలా వచ్చారు అంటే దానికి చెప్పే ముందర మనము జనరల్ గా చూస్తే మానవులంతా ఒకటి అంటాము. మనమంతా ఒకటి, ప్రజలంతా ఒకటి, మానవులంతా ఒకటి. ఒకటి అంటే ఏకం, అంటే అందరూ ఒకటి అని. ఏకం అనేది ఒక ఆర్గనైజేషన్. అది దేనికి అంటే పిల్లలందరూ హెల్తీగా ఉండాలి, మంచి ఫెసిలిటీస్ రావాలి, హెల్త్ కేర్ చాలా బాగుండాలి అని, పిల్లలకి లేదా మదర్హుడ్ కి ఇవన్నిటికీ కూడా ఫెసిలిటీస్ చక్కగా లభించాలి అనే ఒక మంచి ఉద్దేశంతో స్టార్ట్ చేసిన ఈ సంస్థకి యూత్ లో బ్రాండ్ అంబాసిడర్ గా రితికా దేవరకొండ అండ్ క్రిష్ దేవరకొండ అని ఇద్దరు టీనేజర్స్. నాకు చెప్తుంటేనే చాలా ప్రౌడ్ గా ఉంది. వాళ్ళిద్దరూ కూడా వాళ్ళ సేవలు దాదాపు కొన్ని కొన్ని గంటల సమయాన్ని, వాళ్ళ వాల్యుబుల్ టీనేజ్ సమయాన్ని చదువు, ఆటలు, పాటలతో పాటు ఇలాంటి సేవా కార్యక్రమాలకు కూడా అందించి వాల్యూ యాడ్ చేసుకున్నారు వాళ్ళ లైఫ్ కి. వాళ్ళతో పాటుగా పేరెంట్స్ కి, పెద్దలకి, చుట్టుపక్కల ఉన్న ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరికీ కూడా ప్రౌడ్ గా నిలిచారు మన బ్రాండ్ అంబాసిడర్స్. మరి వాళ్ళిద్దరూ ఇవాళ మనతో మాట్లాడడానికి మన తెలుగు ఎన్ఆర్ఐ రేడియోకి వచ్చేసారు. సో వాళ్ళని మనం వెల్కమ్ చేద్దాము. వెల్కమ్ టు తెలుగు ఎన్ఆర్ఐ రేడియో మిస్టర్ క్రిష్ దేవరకొండ అండ్ మిస్ రితికా దేవరకొండ.
Thank you so much, Anju.
Thank you so much.
That was such an amazing introduction.
Of course, that is true, because there's nothing, not a single word is wrong, whatever I said. I'm looking at teenagers because I have two teenagers at home with me. So definitely I can really see, and I'm also feeling proud because I'm taking your interview.
Thank you.
So yes, tell me now, what is this EKAM?
So EKAM, yes. So EKAM USA is a non-profit organization. We're registered as a 501c3 actually in America. And for listeners outside the US, this just means we are tax exempt, and because we are a charitable organization. And our main goal is to provide both accessible and affordable healthcare to mothers and infants in India.
So EKAM's mission is to reduce the maternal and infant mortality rates in hospitals across India, so that no child has to be denied healthcare because of financial constraints or a lack of access to proper equipment. So EKAM in India hires staff on the ground to reach remote villages, as well as trained local village nurses and mentors who can help and reach those in need.
So that is EKAM. So I'm so surprised to know, being at very young age, because you both are hardly 15 or 16, right? So at the very young age, how did you get this thought to be part of this big organization and to help others?
I guess we were just very inspired by the mission of EKAM. It was such a unique thing in that it partners directly with the government in India to bring all of these resources directly to rural hospitals that were not like, and this infrastructure wasn't there before EKAM was introduced it to those places. And especially because both of us are interested in like the pre-med route and going to medical school later on in life, we thought this would be a really good opportunity to get introduced to that world and contribute in our own small way, like we can as teenagers, to this huge cause.
And yes, it's a very noble cause indeed. It helps maternal and infant healthcare, and seeing like the faces of children in India who are malnourished, are having mothers who have childbirth complications. It's very heartbreaking. So we're trying as much as we can to support the mothers and the children who are in need.
That's really, really thoughtful. But before even thinking of that, my question is, how do you both get the thought of that seva? Like, how did you realize that India is lack of this healthcare or the maternity needs or whatever you are saying so far? How did thought come into your mind that you wanted to be this one person who is actually going out and helping others and part of this organization?
So helping
Is it
people.
behind? I meant, is your parents are behind this, or is there anybody in the family who are into this health system or who are into this seva kind of thinking process, who is always out for the people and available for the needy people? Maybe from there you got this thought. That is my question.
So our parents don't work in healthcare, but they're all very big in seva. They've definitely inspired us from a young age to seek out
Exactly.
ways we can help in our own way. So definitely that's been one aspect of it.
Yes.
And also seeing firsthand in India, go when we visit over the summers, like seeing just like even in our own communities where our families live in India, just like if you go out into the outskirts of the city, you can see a lot of poverty that's there. So in our own way, and even after I think a couple years ago when we first started, Sai auntie, who founded EKAM, she actually visited us and she like talked. And it was at that point when I realized, oh, there's actually a way that we can help, that we can contribute to this like huge problem that we see firsthand. But like until Sai auntie visited us, we didn't realize that there was a way that we could contribute. So
that's amazing. So that triggered you both to be part of this big organization and feel great about it.
Yes, absolutely. And a basic principle of the EKAM Foundation is that we believe that everybody has the capacity to help. It is up to the courageous people in the world to actually go out and help the people who really need it.
I'm feeling privileged to really talk to you both because I'm feeling honored and great. I don't know what not, because I'm surprised to talk to a teenager who is very matured, more than matured enough to their age and talk these big things on big platforms. It's really proud parents. They should really feel proud of you both. Well done for that. I have to really pat your backs and say very, very well done for this. So,
thank you.
And coming to this, actually what you do, Ritika?
Like me as a
what your
student?
education, what you have done so far, and what are you doing currently?
So in terms of schooling, both of us go to the same high school. We're actually graduating tomorrow. And I'm going to be attending Case Western Reserve University as a medical anthropology major on like the pre-med track.
And I'm going to attend New York University in the fall as a neuroscience and pre-med major.
Oh, so tomorrow is a big day for you both.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yes. Oh, that's really amazing. Okay, so then coming to our EKAM, how it started in USA?
So
do you have any idea?
EKAM really spread in the United States when our founder, Dr. Sai Lakshmi, traveled to the East Coast not long after starting EKAM in India back in 2009. And because of many connections, many friends that she made in India, and many connections in general in the States, and with also many people like us learning about the conditions in India with with the healthcare systems, and a lot of people started to join because it's such a noble cause. And actually now, because of everyone joining, there are multiple chapters of EKAM EKAM USA in the United States.
That's nice. That's good. And I have seen that EKAM 5K run. Okay.
Yes.
Can you explain about that cause and the run program, 5K run program?
Yes, of course. So next Sunday, June 27th, we'll be hosting a 5K run in Oak Ridge Park in Clark, New Jersey. So we plan to use this 5K run to gain sponsorships and support, and like through ticket sales, we plan to raise funds for both COVID relief in both in both India as well as for children's mental health as part of the New Jersey Institute of Disabilities. So we do both work in India as part of like the EKAM Foundation, which is founded in India, and then we also do local projects such as like working with people in homes for like working in a home for autistic women. We do we work in like homeless shelters. We volunteer in any way we can in the local community as well.
So yeah, this run again Sunday, June 27th. For everybody who's listening, please try to support us. It is at Oak Ridge Park in Clark, New Jersey, and if you'd like to donate or to register, you can go to akamusa.org and go from there onwards. It's again, this is our second annual one. Last year we weren't able to have it due to COVID. Our first run in 2019, we gained a lot of massive support from people all over the world, India, different countries, and we're definitely trying to raise funds for our organization so that we can give it to people who are in need.
Wonderful. So this is a basic question I'm going to ask, because as you said, the organization is collecting funds. Where these funds will go?
So the funds will be going to specific COVID relief centers in India, as well as the local children's hospital in New Jersey, as I mentioned before, as part of the New Jersey Institute of Disabilities, specifically for children's mental health. So we have a lot of ongoing COVID projects in India, largely to provide oxygen concentrators to government hospitals, and as well to provide care for like the youngest people affected by COVID. So like infants and like mothers during pregnancy and childbirth.
Yes.
So
this is the way these funds will be utilized.
Yes.
Okay, that's very nice. So currently the EKAM is focusing on COVID, isn't it?
Yes, as of right now, because of the pandemic and because of the situation in India, we are focusing on COVID.
Okay. So any future projects of EKAM into your notice? Do you know what is upcoming programs of EKAM apart from this 5K run?
We're definitely trying to increase awareness of COVID relief in India. I mean, obviously because the COVID situation in India is global news. We're definitely trying to go into rural parts of India, which are also being that are victim to COVID a lot. Definitely, we're trying to get as much as we can to those areas. This 5K run, due to our success 2 years ago, we are definitely trying to have other 5K runs in other chapters of the United States. Definitely smaller projects as well. We have bake sales, lemonade sales, and just to spread the word of EKAM to the general public. And the best thing about these future projects is that we don't have to be heading them. The younger generation, like the elementary school, middle school, they can be in charge of it, and it's very easy, it's very effective, and it's very beneficial.
True. Totally get it. So have you ever been to India? Because now you're part of this organization. Through this organization, have you visited any of the places in India, EKAM Foundation?
So unfortunately, we were going to visit this summer. We had plans in place, but because of the pandemic, we were unable to go this year. But we did plan to visit the EKAM places in Chennai and in other places in Tamil Nadu. There are huge facilities that EKAM has set up, and EKAM is actively contributing to on a daily basis. So we unfortunately have not gotten the opportunity, but we can. There are EKAM volunteers who work there every day. So I think that's been our exposure up until now.
Superb. So what exposure normally these high school kids will get?
So when you're thinking about high school kids in places like New Jersey or New York, Pennsylvania, those areas, you don't see them going around and knowing about the horrors that India is going through right now, or the living conditions in other areas of India that it doesn't compare at all to how we are living right now. And every day, thankfully, because of the EKAM Foundation, we know how India is suffering during this pandemic, how other countries are also suffering, and it thankfully because we know about this, we have to really um, we have to be very, very grateful that we're in this position right now. A lot of people they take their lives for granted. They go around doing their normal stuff every day without ever batting an eye to how the people in other countries are feeling, like India. So I think this ACOM Foundation really, really succeeds in giving a new perspective on different countries and their living conditions.
Okay, so this is a different question I'm trying to ask you both. Anybody can answer to me. Being an individual person, what you think like it helped you? In what way this ACOM organization has helped you?
So I think I can answer that.
Yes.
So recently we actually did a ACOM community drive, and what it is that we collected items for a local homeless shelter, and we did this by partnering with various local grocery stores. And in order to coordinate this, I had to talk to like so many different managers, like different staff at grocery stores, and it involved both a lot of planning, coordination, and like just being comfortable with speaking to like people in charge, people in authority, and also in planning the 5K run, there's a lot of like teamwork, coordination involved, working as part of a group. So definitely like basic life skills like that, public speaking as well, is something that I've really gained through ACOM.
That's nice. Yeah. See, that's exactly the answer what I was expecting. Actually, I got it from you. What about you, Krishna?
Yeah, it's very similar for me and Ritika. Actually, we live in Edison, New Jersey, so we're part of the North and Middle Central Jersey chapter of ACOM, and yeah, so me and Ritika are EYAs, or ACOM Youth Ambassadors, which are from the age of 8 to 21, and there's so many benefits out of being an EYA. You get to learn a new perspective about the living conditions in India, for example. You develop a sense of responsibility, like commitment to goals such as our 5K run, our big drives, our lemonade sales, our clothing drives, for example, and we have a perseverance to actually achieve our goals. It's a great foundation. It's a very great program for developing these life skills as well.
True, because these skills are always important, no matter what way, whatever you do. These are the general skills which everybody needed, especially teenagers like you who are the next generation kids, we call you as, right? Absolutely. You are the future of the country. So it's really very nice, very nice. So, Krishna, will you please explain your journey to New York University?
So my journey to New York University, let's see. So I'm currently a senior for like the next one day. I'm going to be graduating tomorrow, actually. So
I can hear the excitement in your voice.
Yeah, definitely. I'm finally going to New York, right? So I decided to go to New York University last summer, like around the August of last year. I said, okay, New York University is top of my list. I applied the first early decision to New York because there are a lot of benefits for going to New York that I thought of, which is I get to live in the city, first of all, a new environment that's different from Edison, New Jersey, where I live. It's great, again, great environment. A really
So
good
you're
research.
joining medical program, do you?
So it is not a real medical program like a BSMD, which is a combined program, which is accelerated program focusing on medicine. It is more of a pre-medical track. So during my 4 years of undergraduate at NYU, I'll be researching. I'll be going on a track that is geared towards medicine in general, and then hopefully that helps, and I'll be able to get into medical school by after my 4 years are over.
So out of curiosity, New York University is not that any other university where if you want to go, you have to simply apply and you go. There is a lot of competition, right?
Yeah, so both Ritika and I, we are going to very highly rated universities in the United States. So they're very good.
Where is Ritika going?
She's going to Case Western Reserve University. So again, New York University, Case Western, they're very good schools. They're very competitive. So for us, college applications were relatively easy and kind of stress-free. It was not as a lot of seniors that we saw, actually specifically, they procrastinated over the last summer, and they got by the end of the summer they were like swamped with college applications, their SATs, and they didn't know where they were going. So we planned ahead, we both planned very ahead in choosing which path we want to go, and tying in with EKAM. EKAM really helped us gain an understanding of the world around us and medicine in different parts of the world. So we always had an interest in medicine, both Ritika and I, and because of our experience with EKAM really amplified that or enhanced that.
True.
We actually planned on going to med school by that after undergrad.
I must say you both are grown old in your teenage. Because my daughter she is always talk about New York University. Her ultimate goal is to come to New York and enjoy the lifestyle there and join in New York University to do her aeronauticals.
Hopefully I see you there.
So yes, now when I saw your profile as New York University, I was like, oh wow, I must ask Krishna, like, what is the procedure?
Yeah.
So it's not that what we want, we get it. It's not, we have to do a lot of hard work behind that, planning.
Yes,
So
absolutely. It's a lot of planning.
So you are not just proud son or daughter to your parents, and you're well organized, everything, not academically strong, personality-wise strong, absolutely brilliant guys, both of you.
Thank you.
Then if any children want to be part of this EKAM, from what age they can actually start, and what is the procedure?
So to become an EKAM youth ambassador, EKAM is looking for volunteers between the ages of 8 to 21. So kids from elementary school all the way up to high school or beyond high school can join and participate in fundraising and volunteer activities.
So if anyone listening would like to join, you can go directly to the to our website. It's akamusa.org/EYA, and you can find the form there, and you can find your corresponding local chapter, or you can even coordinate with one of us or with someone from another chapter to start a new chapter in your state, which is always encouraged, and we can definitely help you if there's no current chapter in your state.
And there are definitely a lot of benefits out of coming with an EYA. Being an EYA, as I said before, you have a sense of responsibility, you have perseverance to achieve your goals, you have commitment to pursue your goals, and of course there are tangible benefits which you shouldn't focus on, it shouldn't be your main focus, but you're able to get obtain the President Volunteer Service if you do 100 hours or more. You can participate in training programs or webinars conducted by EKAM regularly, and you can get an opportunity to create your own workshops personalized by you. to help pursue your own passion and to build your confidence. So it's very beneficial in that you can also receive discounts from AKAM partners for like tuition waivers, SAT training, ACT training. It's very beneficial for your academics as well.
Oh, that's really nice. So is it not just for the medical students, like who wants to pursue medicine in future? This is not only helpful to them or to everybody?
Even if you're not interested in medicine, EKAM and volunteering with EKAM will definitely teach you some very important life skills. Again, like I said before, you can learn to uh, network with the people in your community. You can form a lot of connections. Just like with the 5K run, we had over 50 sponsors, I believe, and like all of the heads of these organizations that sponsor us, like we like form this connection with them, and like if we ever need anything in the future, or if they ever need anything in the future, we have this like connection that we formed, and like it really helps you know everyone in your area, and like it really does allow you to become more aware of all of the events, all of the things that are happening around you.
Yeah, and definitely for the people who are not interested in medicine or they may not pursue it in the future, it's still like I know for a fact that many EYAs that are in AKAM are not like definitely going to do medicine in the future. They're interested in engineering, which you can still do with projects overseas in India, building houses, building masks for example, 3D printing the mask clips and protectors. Many people from all different professions are a part of it, and you don't have to be just medicine to just being interested in medicine to be a AKAM youth ambassador. You can do you can be interested in whatever you want. It's always gonna be a benefit.
Very, very nice. So they don't need to do medicine, but in general, AKAM is a really helpful platform. And at the same time, if you're planning to do medicine, being a part of the AKAM is definitely an add-on, right?
100%, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, that's really, really nice. So just now you mentioned AKAM Youth Ambassadors, right? You both are AKAM Youth Ambassadors. Is it right?
Yes.
So this is a program for how long? Is it a program or it is a title, or what it is exactly? What you do and how it works?
So essentially, it's a title for anyone between the ages of 8 to 21
And 21, yeah.
like anyone who regularly contributes to their AKAM chapter in like leading events, participating in events. Just being an active member of the AKAM community will give you the title, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So to become an EYA, you can always go to akamusa.org/EYA. There are many chapters across the United States. We currently have 15, and we're expanding even more in different states. So, for example, Atlanta, Austin, Texas, Boston, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Charlotte, Dallas, Detroit, North and Central Jersey, South Jersey, the Bay Area, Los Angeles, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. There are many chapters across the United States. 10. So there are 10 states total that we are currently in, and if any of the listeners out there would like to become an EYA and adopt a district in which you're not in, you can always do that on our website. Yeah, there are many opportunities for becoming an EYA, and as you're an EYA, you also get a lot of opportunities, like serving at soup kitchens, food banks, organizing our runs like us, and volunteering in India for sure.
Very nice. And AKAM is not just for physical health; it is for mental health also, right?
Yes.
So the main victims for this mental stress is teenagers. Teenagers are the main victims for the mental stress because they are into their building their careers, balancing at the family time in terms of mom and dad are always behind them, watching them, spying on them, what they're doing. And at the same time, they have to perform well in their exams. At the same time, they have to focus on their career. So how do you think, how much important is this mental health for you guys? How you guys are balancing this lifestyle? Anybody can start up.
So 100%, balancing mental health is extremely important, and making sure that you're not like overwhelmed and stressed out by the amount of things you do. Also very important. So especially during the pandemic, I know that a lot of teenagers are getting especially stressed out because they're not able to meet friends or spend time with their family or what have you. But maybe there's a lot of ways to find ways that you can unwind, whether it's listening to music, meditation. Everyone has to find their own path to that stress-free like state.
Yeah, 100%. And I like being a teenager and being going out with my friends definitely, and doing whatever, studying for exams. I can definitely relate to a lot of people, and I've definitely seen the effects of bad mental health planning on students my age. It's really hard to see like how they're managing to do in school. The grades may be dropping. It's very important that teenage mental health gets taken seriously. A lot of people actually believe that teenagers are not old enough to really understand stress, and as teenagers they don't feel like they're being understood enough by their parents, which is I definitely see that almost every day by students or kids my age. And we have to build a platform and just tell everyone that teenage mental health should definitely be taken seriously, as well as children mental health. And it's like definitely not a phase. Back in many years ago, or just a couple of years ago, people would dismiss mental health and depression and other diseases, mental health diseases, as just like a phase or for attention. But it's definitely gone more than that, and it definitely deserves to be recognized and prevented as soon as possible.
True.
Hello.
True. Absolutely. Hello. Hi Andy. Ever మాట్లాడుతున్నారు?
నా పేరు కుమార్ అండి. ఐఎమ్ కాలింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ అట్లాంటా.
Hi Kumar.
I just wanted to.
Oh yes,
yeah,
please.
I just heard this show, and it is very impressive that the kids are the way like they're helping the community and involving in these activities. It is really impressive. But I have one question, Andy.
Yes, please. They
recently,
are with us. You can talk to them.
So recently, guys, recently I sent some oxygen concentrators to India and I faced a lot of problems. If I was involved with you guys, does EKAM helps me in those kind of scenarios to send some oxygen concentrators to some hospitals or like anywhere? Like I just wanted to help some communities in India. Can you guys help us?
Yeah, definitely. So EKAM is actually partnering up with many local hospitals in India, many overseas hospitals in providing oxygen concentrators. Many donations have been given, and they've been companies and partners of EKAM have been matching donations up to 100%. Actually, for example, Johnson & Johnson has been an excellent partner in matching donations for villages in, for example, Chennai, who are in dire need of oxygen concentrators, bathrooms, other materials are very. Ritika would like to speak. 1 second.
Oh, so actually, recently our chapter of EKAM, we recently partnered with the Gandhian Society in Woodbridge, and we actually donated, or they donated two oxygen concentrators through EKAM to a hospital in Chennai. So EKAM was able to coordinate their donation and make it so that it reached the hospital in Chennai. So definitely reach out to your local EKAM chapter if you have anything like this.
Okay, thank you. I have one more question. Actually, my daughter, she's 12-year-old. She would like to volunteer or do some work with EKAM, and we live in Atlanta. Do we have a chapter in Atlanta?
Kumar, Kumar Andi, you're in Atlanta, right? So there is definitely an Atlanta chapter with multiple volunteers there. So, again, you can go on akamusa.org/EYA. There are 2 registration forms for one for older teenagers and one for younger children. And you said your daughter was 12 years old, right? So there's a registration on AKAM USA. You just need to put your email, your name, age, your grade, and some phone number, and your parents' consent, of course.
Yes, and after that, the local Atlanta coordinator should reach out to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, this is really impressive, and you're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Krishna, I love the way when you said Kumarandi. Because I can relate the way you are talking to my girls. The only difference is they talk British accent, you are in US accent. That's the only difference. But I really love the way you wanted to say in a respective manner, and you're trying at the same time to say Kumarandi. Very impressive, very impressive. So,
I was trying to say Kumar Garu, actually.
I understood that. I told you I have teenagers too at home.
Yeah.
Hello?
I totally can read. Hi, Andy. Hi.
Yeah. Is the interview done or?
No, it is going on.
Can I ask one more question?
Yes, they are here. You can please go ahead.
Yeah, one question. So I live in Pennsylvania. So you don't have a chapter there.
Can I please
so
have your name? Is that okay?
Okay, I'm Santosh.
Santosh from Pennsylvania. Ritika and Krishna, please take his questions.
Yeah, so there is no chapter. You guys are doing awesome work. I appreciate. So in Pennsylvania, do you have any plans to open a chapter? And also, how can kids enroll in the EKAM?
So currently
events?
we have the AKAM USA Pittsburgh chapter, and that was started, I believe, in early 2018. They've had many successful events. You can sign up to become a youth ambassador through AKAM, and actually you can sign up and create a new chapter with more support, as much support as you can. The more people that you gather to become EKAM youth ambassadors, the more adults that you have that have been touched by the cause, you can create your own chapter with permission from.
So I live in close to Philadelphia. Does it mean I can start a chapter?
So the process of creating a chapter is not exactly. It's not very. It's not written down exactly. It's not in the rules or anything like that. But you can definitely start your own chapter with more and more support. Again, I don't know if just one person that has a very that has a determined. That has a lot of determination.
How many hours we need to volunteer per week if we need to open a chapter?
There's no there's no requirement for how many hours you need to actually do per week to become a chapter. If you want to be a chapter, you just need to gather people with the same mindset, the same determination, and you can contact a local AKAM chapter. I know there's some places in that may not have places where you can contact, but just contacting another AKAM chapter or a leader can be very beneficial. You just need to ask them, I'm going to create a. There are a lot of supporters here who are interested in joining AKAM and becoming an AKAM chapter. So yeah, definitely. Thank you for your interest.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll try to reach out to the AKAM main office for options to open a chapter in Philadelphia. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think there is someone else also joined with us. Hello, who is this? Welcome to Telugu NRI Radio.
Hi, this is Neelima. I'm calling from EKAM USA itself, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah. Ritika and Krishna are with us. Please, you can talk to them.
Right. Hey, Ritika and hey, Krishna, thank you guys so much for doing this thing. This is amazing, a lot of work that you guys are doing and supporting all the AKAM's work that is being done in COVID. Do you have any specific plans of how you want to use these funds and what purpose these are being raised for?
So, are you referring to the 5K run that we will be doing next week?
Yes. I know you're fundraising and raising awareness. So what are you guys planning to do with all the funds that you're raising?
So we plan to use all the funds we raise to go directly to COVID relief projects in India, which are all available on the website actually. So mainly to provide equipment such as oxygen concentrators and care packages as well to hospitals. And also we plan to use the funds to support a local organization called the New Jersey Institute of Disabilities for children's mental health research and support. So
EKAM being a nonprofit organization, there is absolutely zero overhead in funds, and all of our projects have been either self-fulfilled or they've been coming from donations and support.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I know you guys are raising awareness about EKAM to everyone, local and as well as nationally and internationally also. So we look forward to continuing this work and using all the funds in the right place where there is need right now, since we are already doing some COVID relief food packages for migrant workers and people that don't have livelihood because their jobs are affected. So we will continue to do that, as well as supporting all the hospitals with whatever needs they have for treating the COVID patients. We are able to do that all across Tamil Nadu and also in Telangana and some Andhra different places, as well as some other places in India, including West Bengal as well. So I'm so glad you guys are putting in this effort. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you, Nilma Garu. Thank you. So Ritika and Krishna, so any tips and advice for high school kids for SATs and college admissions?
That's a great question, actually.
Because you guys are excelled in everything so far. Whatever I heard, you both are excelled very well. So it's always good to give your tips to the next coming up kids.
Yeah, definitely. So for high school kids, I know for a fact, because I've definitely experienced this. I'm sure Ritika may have experienced it as well. You're stressing out about SATs and college admissions because that's the defining moment of your summer between 11th and 12th grade. So again, especially for those who are moving on to 12th grade, that this period may be very tough for you. There are a lot of times where some things may not work out. There are a lot of things that you have to do, and there's not a lot of time to do it. So the first thing that I would do is I would first organize all my lists and just relax first. And that's a really big thing, because people, they stress themselves out without really taking the time to just unwind, listen to music, do some meditation, or go outside and take a walk. So as summer is now starting, I would first advise everybody, people who are going on to 12th grade, so the upcoming seniors in high school, to make like a table of some sort of your potential colleges. So in one column you would have all your some colleges that you're interested in, and then in other columns you would say what are their requirements, as in like your GPA, your SAT scores, whatnot, their tuition, their expenses and everything, and their ranking on like any ranking website on the internet, like US News or anything. So just make a really quick table or spreadsheet just detailing what's going to go on for the next couple of weeks of summer and the beginning of 12th grade. You definitely don't want to procrastinate, because I know many people who have procrastinated. Thankfully, Ritika and I we planned a lot ahead of time last year. And if you procrastinate, the end of the summer and the beginning of senior year will be very difficult. So definitely try to start as soon as possible with your college admissions. And for those who are worrying about their SATs from 9th grade onwards to like 11th, 12th grade, the first thing is I would try to get as much help as I can from outside sources before trying to tackle it on by yourself. The SAT is not a test that you definitely 100% need to study for. A lot of it is strategy. So
Yes.
I try to get 1 or 2 books. Don't go overboard with it. I know way too many people that have gone way too overboard with it, buying 10 books for SAT, studying like 6 hours a day. Definitely try to keep it to a minimum, but at the same time, maximize your chances of getting a 1600 or whatever goal you can get. Again, some colleges don't even care if you get a 1600 or not. Maybe their requirements are like a 1300 or a 1200 or so. So you don't have to overwork yourself all the way to the max, but set a goal for yourself and definitely try to put some deadlines in when your SAT is. When are you going to read your math section, for example, when you're going to master that, how many tests you're going to take. So definitely don't overwork yourself, but at the same time, find a balance between having fun and, just taking a little bit of time to study, like as much as you can. But don't overwork yourself.
As you said, this procrastination is always a bad thing. I see many of the kids do that. They will wait until the last minute. They will bombard everything into their brain, and one go, there they hit the stress. So
Yeah.
that is the main cause. As you said, you have to plan and keep a strategy is always a good thing. I'm so surprised. And what about you, Ritika? Because boys and girls are two different things when it comes to studies. They have different strategies, I do believe. What do you say?
I think Krishna summarized everything pretty well. He was very, very thorough. And I think it also summarizes a lot of what I did as well. It's very important to plan ahead of time. Something I have in my room that has been very beneficial is that right in front of where I put my laptop, I have a calendar with all of my deadlines. And I also have like a post-it note where I write all of my tasks for the day so I don't forget what I have to do. So throughout last year's summer, it was very helpful in turning in applications on time, getting all of my paperwork together, and meeting deadlines. That was very, very helpful. So
Wonderful.
I would definitely recommend like a daily to-do list in the summer to.
Yeah. And I know it sounds very cumbersome because before last year, I was a chronic procrastinator. I'd really waited to like the last minutes of turning homework
that
assignment.
is not with you. I think every kid will.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, sometimes procrastination did work for me actually. I would say, there's no point of starting before. I'll just do it like the day or the night before the essay is due or the homework is due, or do it the morning before because
Have you heard that story about tortoise and rabbit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
See, that's a definitely great example of the procrastinating.
Yeah.
It's like overly confident. I think you must have heard about the story when you were young.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
And
now we'll keep everything aside. Your studies, it is enough of studies. You already had enough studies. You got where you want to go. The real fun starts once you're into university. But today is a special day, as you know. It's a Father's Day, right?
absolutely.
So please say something about your father, Ritika and Krishna. Please go ahead and say a few words to your lovely daddies.
All right. To my father personally, happy Father's Day, Dad. You really mean the world to me and my sister Mahita. Keep rocking. You're the best dad in the world.
Oh, that's very kind.
That's very sweet.
So to my dad, I just want to give a huge shout out. I know he works really hard for both of us, for both me and my sister, and he's just super awesome. He's just amazing. He's always looking out for us. And to all of the dads who are listening, happy Father's Day. I know you mean so much to all of your kids, and just like I know your kids are all very happy for you.
Yeah, and for the fathers who have teenagers, your kids love you 100%. Okay, it may not look like it, but they love you.
They look as if they don't care, but they do. That's what you mean, right?
They do. Okay, secretly they're blushing. Okay, they love you.
I can assure that you're a very naughty kid, Krishna. So, Ritika, are you elder or younger in family?
I'm the older sister, so my sister
older sister. That's really, really nice. So you're more responsible. So that's very sweet of you too. Wonderful. So now you are future doctors, can I say?
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, to see how.
The tease, because the way you both are talking, because teenagers actually what they think, because so many teenagers are around me. So what they actually think, whatever the studies they're doing so far in school is more than what they're supposed to do in that age. That's what any teenager, any typical teenager thinks. But you both are doing beyond that. Instead of, even though you're doing your studies, great job in your university, you got a good top university, everything, and you're doing this extra seva called EKAM services. This is not an easy task to give you valuable time from your teenage time to this the organization and doing something to the society and be an ideal person to the many other teenagers out there, which is a fantastic job you both are doing. Really, you both parents are very proud of you too, and please convey my regards to them, both of you.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
of course.
And
Thank you.
wishing you both wonderful future, and you will be future doctors who are there for everybody who are in need. And whatever the mission you took for in this organization, I pray that will be successful and that will give you a huge name once you grow. So
Yeah.
any message to say to our audience?
Okay, so just a really quick thing to the kids who are my age that hopefully are listening. You don't have a
Don't
lot
worry,
of.
my kids are also listening. I ensure they are listening to this interview in the next room.
Yeah, so when you grow up, you're gonna look back and you're gonna notice you spend a lot of time on your laptop, on your phone, and trust me, I 100% like know this feeling, because when I was like 13, 14 years old, I would just sit on the couch and just watch TV or whatever. So you have a lot of time, go outside, have a lot of fun. At the same time, make sure that you know what you're gonna do for your career. It's like the most important thing to just go out and experience things. Don't be cooped up at home and binge watch like the newest Netflix original. You have to go outside and have fun.
What about you, Ritika?
Yes, I 100% agree with Krishna. Go outside, experience the world as much as you can, seek out new things to say, um, seek out new experiences every day. And every day, I think this is an Eleanor Roosevelt quote, every day do one new thing that scares you, whether
Wow.
it's part of school, whether it's part of like making a new friend. I think that's definitely something that we both live by. We both really enjoy going out of our comfort zone and doing something new. So
Yeah, don't go too out of your comfort zone.
So
I
don't want to be salty towards mummy. So please say something about your mums, because I'm a mum. I definitely want to listen what my kids talk about me. So please go ahead and say something about your mums.
All right, mom, if you're listening to this, thank you so much for being there for me. I know today's Father's Day, but every day to me is Mother's Day and Father's Day. I love you and Dad
Awesome.
like so good, so much. And again, you guys mean the world to me. And thank you, Mom, especially. Thank you, Dad.
That's what I say. Dad rocks, but the mum rules.
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to my mom also. I know she works so hard. Both of my parents work really hard, and I love you so much, Mom. And I just want to say I'm so proud of you for all that you do for us. And I hope you continue just inspiring people every day, because I know that's
Very sweet. Because I tell my kids, stop sitting on the couch and stop watching Modern Family. Spend with your family. Stop watching that Modern Family. Very, very wonderful talking to you both. Lovely kids. Wishing you all the very best in future. Okay, and thank you for your wonderful time, and good luck for tomorrow. Be proud, make your parents proud, and be successful in your life. All the very best. Congratulations in advance for your graduation.
All right. Thank you
Thank you so much, Siri.
It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Same here. I'm really happy today. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you. You
Okay,
too.
thank you.
Thank you. Bye. ఓకే ఫ్రెండ్స్, విన్నారు కదా ఎంత బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ. ఇద్దరు టీనేజర్స్ ఎంత చక్కగా వాళ్ళ ఏజ్ 14 ఏళ్ళు 15 ఏళ్ళు, మా అయితే 16 ఏళ్ళు, ఆ ఏజ్కి మించి ఎంత చక్కని కబుర్లు చెప్పారు. వాళ్ళు చేస్తున్న సేవ, ఒక సమాజానికి వాళ్ళు చేస్తున్న సేవ ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్, విలువ, టైం విలువ ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ అంటే ఈ వయసులో అందరూ చేసే పనులతో పాటు వాళ్ళు కొంచెం ఎక్స్ట్రా అటు లైఫ్ ని ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తూ, ఇటు పేరెంట్స్ కి ప్రౌడ్ గా ఉంటూ, ఇటు టీనేజ్ ని ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తూ కూడా వాళ్ళ టీనేజ్ కి ఒక వాల్యూ యాడ్ చేసుకుంటూ చిన్న చిన్న ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ లో ఆ చిన్న పనులు మొదలుపెట్టి పెద్ద ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ లో యూత్ అంబాసిడర్ గా వాళ్ళు నిలిచి ఇంత ఇంత మంచి సేవలు చేస్తున్నారంటే చాలా గర్వించదగ్గ విషయం అది. నేను కూడా చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉన్నాను, ఎందుకంటే అలాంటి పిల్లలతో మాట్లాడడం వల్ల నాకు ఎంతో ఉత్సాహం ఇచ్చింది. అరే ఇలా ఉండాలి పిల్లలంటే అనిపించింది. సో రితిక అండ్ కృష్ణ వాళ్ళ పేరెంట్స్ కూడా కాంగ్రాచులేషన్స్ అండి. మీరు చాలా అదృష్టవంతులు, మంచి పిల్లలు, చక్కగా మంచి భవిష్యత్తు ఉంది. ఇలాంటి ఫ్యూచర్ వాళ్ళు అనుకున్న ఫ్యూచర్ వాళ్ళు సాధించాలని నేను మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటున్నాను. అయితే ఇక్కడితో ఇంటర్వ్యూ అయిపోయింది. మళ్ళీ ఇంకొకసారి మీ నాన్ స్టాప్ హంగామాలో మీ సిరి మీ ముందర ఉంటుంది. అంతవరకు సెలవు, నమస్కారం. వినిపించు ప్రవాసాంధ్రుల గుండె చప్పుడు తెలుగు ఎన్ఆర్ఐ రేడియో. మీ ఆర్జే సిరి సైనింగ్ ఆఫ్. స్టే ట్యూన్డ్.